You blew the fucking camera away.
See, this is what I mean. It was gonna be a struggle, but oh man, I feel so much better about this review already.
Yeah, because we've got pizza.
Oh, 100%. There's no better way to do it. So, Birds of Prey, man. Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie. Oh, Margot Robbie.
You killed it, man.
The talent that is Margot Robbie. I just want to get that straight at the back first. Like, some of the things I might talk about here, I really don't want to take it away from Margot Robbie, because I know she pushed a lot to get this film made as well. I know she had a lot of creative sort of freedom with this, this character and the film, to be fair. And I think she absolutely kills it. Like, I just want to get that out of the back before we start talking about anything else. The first thing I want to say is, when you watch this film, you will notice that she absolutely nails it. It's fantastic. It really is. Like, from what was Suicide Squad, she's really took the best.
She has, man.
From that and just hit the ground running. Like, fantastic.
And although that film's R-rated,
yeah,
we're not going to let YouTube beat us.
Nah, man.
We know the algorithm's going on out there, so there'll be no swearing on this one, guys. But
shut the front door.
Shut the front door. No, actually, we came out with mixed reviews, didn't we? Both, because I felt like I enjoyed it more than you did, but I felt like we both went in with different expectations. Would you agree?
Yes. Not different expectations. I think we just really, like you said first, man, we just really didn't come out agreeing on this film at all. Like, other than the one point that we did agree with, which is that it is a fun film.
Yeah, it is a fun film. That's kind of what I went in expecting. Like, I
expected a bit more than just a full fun film. Like, it was like, that's the weird thing about this, guys. Like, my mixed feelings. This is how mixed I am. Like, I mean, Damien might be able to sway me on this review. I don't know, but my mixed feelings is like, because I really do, and I really did. I do recommend it if you've got a bit of time to watch it, because it is a fun film. It is a fun watch. You don't sit there and be like, it's getting good on a bit much now, or this is a bit boring. It's just, I expected a way better delivery than what we got. Like, it just really didn't hit home. It wasn't a home run for me. It just really wasn't. Like, really, there was so many missed opportunities and poorly delivered points.
I don't think I was expecting. Well, I liked that there wasn't too many tie-ins, because I didn't want it to be part of a large universe. It was a nice standalone film.
I get that. So straight at the back, spoiler warning, right now.
Spoiler alert.
So, because we are going to talk about it, the film's been out for a little bit now. Again, apologies for how late this is coming to you guys, but it's just, there's been a lot going on.
What's stuffed crust in this, bro? This is all right, isn't it?
It's tomato stuffed crust, man.
Stuffed crust.
Oh, yeah.
Good choice.
So, for me, I'm just going to lay out on the table what I thought of the film, and then I'm going to ask you how you feel on it.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, let's do it.
And then I'm going to discuss a few points further. What I thought the point could have executed a bit better. The film could have executed a bit better.
All right.
So, my feelings, and this is how I am going to compare it. This is my simile for you. It is like a good chocolate bar, but not a good restaurant. That's how I'm comparing this film.
Okay.
In the sense of, if I go to a good restaurant, I will tell you, go there. Go to this restaurant.
It's a good chocolate bar at the minute.
Correct.
For you.
Oh, Bueno, all the way, man. Stands the test of time. Although, if you really want one that stands the test of time, Snickers. Straight up, man.
I can't get enough of the cabbage caramel ones at the minute.
Nice. Well, I'll just put it this way, right? Whatever your whatever your most like chocolate bar is, that's what this film is. But it's not a chocolate bar you go out your way to have. Not like a restaurant. A restaurant, if it's good, it's really good. You won't just go there again. You tell people, man, you're like, dude, I went to this restaurant, this meal was great, service was great, so on and so forth. Whereas, as much as you like your chocolate bars, you're not going to the next conversation I have with you, you're not going to make a point of saying, oh, dude, there's this chocolate bar I had, man, blew my mind away, you really got to try it. Like, it just...
Yeah, so you're not about to recommend it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't recommend this film in a sense of, like, if someone mentions it, I will say, oh, I really enjoyed that film. And if you've ever got spare time, you should watch it. It's not something that I would bring to a conversation and say, you really need to make the time to go and see this film.
I think that's a fair valid point. Whereas, here's this. I think that depends on who you're talking to. Are they aware of the DC universe, or are they fanboys? Or
regardless.
Are they just...
No, regardless.
Really?
Regardless. Because this film does a great job of not having, because of Suicide Squad and because of the character herself, Harley Quinn. She's a pronounced character in it. She's, it's the Bonnie and Clyde of the DC universe, man. Like, the Joker and Harley Quinn because that's...
Do you think
what I mean?
All the fanboys out there, especially DC, are kind of backed into a corner like they have to kind of have to watch it?
Nah, man. No, I don't feel so. No.
No.
I think they lost that with Suicide Squad and Justice League especially. They lost that.
So
but,
you're happy with the fanboys to take a choice and just give it a pass?
Yeah, I've got no. Yeah, after especially after Justice League, like it was like you no longer have the loyalty of the fans to come and you no longer after. Again, I know I'm going off topic here. It's a different film, but after Justice League come out, the DCU no longer had the right to say to the fans, "You should be in the seats watching and supporting this."
Yeah.
Because they just no.
Because everyone had to watch that, didn't they? Regardless to
because it was
reviews
just
that came out before you had to watch it, didn't you?
Yeah,
and a bit like the new Batman film that's due to come out. Yeah, you've got to go and see that, haven't you?
Yeah. So,
but
not to get
been
too
stung before with
but not to get too off topic. So with this film, I think it does a real great job with Harley Quinn. Even the opening sequence, it gets you all caught up. This is the duality that I'm suffering with here because I really like the film stylistically. I like the choice. Hugh McGregor as Black Mask. Oh man, that guy, he needs to play more bad guys.
I
know he's Obi-Wan and he's a great hero, but straight up right now, we need to start getting him cast as bad guys more often. He is incredible.
Before I forget, can we stop killing off really good bad guys now?
Because this is the weird thing, because the MCU actually started that off. Like, you know what I mean? Like Loki, believe it or not, guys, he died in the first 4. Like, there was no massive thing for him to return. But it just so transpired that they thought, well, it'd be cool to bring him back for the Avengers. And then in Thor 2, there was nothing. It was going to be a scene. That was that, just for continuity. But the fandom out there was so strong for him. It was like, we better reshoot some stuff, man, because we're going to get bit. But the MCU started that trend of sort of like, we'll just kill off good characters like Red Skull. But again, they found a way, but it took them it took them 10 years to find that way. You know what I mean? But
with
Black
Mask.
Oh, yeah, Hugh McGregor.
Awesome.
And he is, like, I've heard a lot of people say about this film that that he was played as like a sick and twisted, like they had to really up him because Harley's not really, she's not even an anti-good guy. She is a bad guy, but to get you to root for her and make him like 10 times worse, which partly, but at the same time, if I'm being honest, it's like meh. With the comic material and stuff like that, he was always a pretty sadistic and messed up overlord anyway.
Favourite scene with him was where he had Black Canary and he's showing around the different masks. And hilarious.
Touch on that, but let me deliver, and then we'll go on to that. So that's my opinion. I'm of a duality of it. There were points that they really did well. Like they really capitalised on how people are fans of Harley Quinn, whether it be comic, cartoon, and again Margot Robbie's amazing portrayal. So they did that really well, and it carried through strongly. And she acted the ever living soul out of that film. It was fantastic for that. However, where the duality comes in. We're told, rather than sort of shown, the breakup between the Joker, even though in the last film he went above and beyond the Call of Duty to break her out twice.
Yeah, goals, man.
So, absolutely, man. And I thought that was poor show. I mentioned this to you before. We'll go into that later, especially because it really does sit well with me at all. So I thought that was poor show. The casting, there was some great characters.
Yeah.
That I felt like, say, Hugh McGregor and even I wish I knew his name. His sort of lead henchman.
Yep.
God, they were brilliant. Like, and he was like chills down his spine, man. Like, you know what I mean. And the relationship, man, it was almost they almost put sort of a touch of bromance.
Yeah.
Like, it was. I really liked. You know, it wasn't the typical "do this now because I'm your boss." It was that like they were almost bros, man.
Yeah. He wanted to do things good that were good for him.
But then again, Birds of Prey themselves fell a little flat to me, other than Black Canary. Black Canary casted fantastic. I actually really like the actress. I thought she acted the hell out of it.
Yeah. Agreed.
The other two members of Birds of Prey, however, I feel like you could swap them. You could put any other actress in there. One of chat. You know what I mean? And that's a problem for me because coming out of this film, Black Canary is that actress, like, you know what I mean? And again, Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn.
Did you think
the other, the Huntress and exactly.
The cop. The but listen,
so let me finish, okay, and then I'll go over to you. So that's where the duality comes in for me, and I'll explain. I'll go on some points. So with that said, keep things on the lighter note before I absolutely tear into this. What were your favourite bits of that film? Genuinely coming out to cinema and thought, I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I enjoyed where the fourth wall was kind of broken a little bit, because I think we're starting to see that more in films now, where you kind of wink at the audience.
I really disagree with this whole it's Deadpoolish, because if I'm being honest with you, that to me almost feels like a conversation she could be having with someone in a cell.
Yeah.
More than it, like, all right, she winks at the audience, winks at the camera directly. But Deadpool, you can't say it's Deadpoolish because, I'm sorry, Ryan Reynolds especially, that's a whole other fourth wall kind of thing. That ain't breaking the fourth wall. That's literally ragging you into, fist out, ragging you into the wall, into the film. So, whereas this just breaks the fourth wall for me, which I enjoy. But, sorry.
I almost enjoy, I did enjoy as well. The whole sort of, she can do what she wants because she's with the Joker, but then all of a sudden, once everybody knows, she's got so many different people after her type thing. That was a cool storyline to touch on. I really enjoyed that, actually. Bits like where they even involved getting the hyena. Probably my favourite scene
that hyena
through the film was I've never seen anyone wield a bat so well, and beating up all these.
That metal bat, Captain America shield, ate my heart out. I wanted that bat after watching that scene. That was like, holy that was cool, hell. Man.
That was my favourite scene.
Oh, dude, it was incredible. I totally agree. That scene was incredible, and it is so heavily hinted that is cocaine that she sniffs before she goes on that absolute rage fest. But I'm sorry, but it just absolutely is. Anyway, okay. Any other real stick out moments for you, like?
So again, when Black Mask and Black Canary together, and he's introducing her to all these different sort of worldly artifacts that he's
almost like he's just trying to appear cool, because you get that feeling like he's just trying to appear cultured. He wants to be cool. Like he really doesn't care. And to be fair, he's almost making it. It looks like he's kind of just making it up on the spot, you know what I mean. Which again, I enjoyed that, because it just added that extra layer of he's flashy, you know what I mean. But Hugh McGregor again did a great job with that.
He did, man.
That was a standout for me as well in that film. It was really good.
And other than that, really, it was just kind of things like, she's touching sort of a bit reality. She's trying her best just to get a sandwich the next morning to deal with this hangover. That is
incredible.
So it's so funny.
Yeah, 100%.
For me, that was bit of a. Everyone's gone through that. I just need something.
Just that one thing. Oh, dude, same with me. I don't know about you. If I have if ever I go out drinking, and I know I've drank a lot, it's a pinch at the end of the night. But only from specific places, so I know I've got it for breakfast in the morning. So I only eat 2 slices when I'm drunk. Yeah. When I'm absolutely hammered. I only eat 2 slices, but it has to be good enough that I'll wake up the next morning and then eat the rest. So I get that. And that was really well done. And Margot Robbie, credit to her.
Yeah.
So
that was it from me for favourite scenes.
Points for you that you didn't like, if there's any.
I didn't like how they couldn't get Gerard Leto in.
Totally agree.
Just Absolutely. For this film, it wasn't going to carry on anywhere. It wasn't going to lead into the next big build up for something else. They could have just got him on board just to, portray the Joker again in some fashion, even if it was just to see his face from the front.
You know, there's a part of me that actually sort of has to admire Warner Brothers and the team they have there. I've never seen more dogged determination to start a franchise and be a kickback and then get kickback and kickbacked. I mean, let's not forget early days of sort of like the Christian Bale franchise. They were killing it. Marvel were like, they were just, they were fumbling with it, but they were killing this Christian Bale stuff, like, you know what I mean? And they,
I think they really underplay another thing I want to pick out as well. Black Canary, she wasn't used. You see her use her powers once, and it's dragged out of her. Like, she really has to get put in a real awkward position to go before she goes there. And I feel like she was way cooler than that. She could have used that more.
This brings me on to one of the film's downfalls for me. You saying that she, I'm fine with it taking up to that moment for her to use her powers, and we talked about this when we come out of the cinema. The combat, now the fight choreograph in this is incredible. Like, and those actresses and the stunt coordinators must have trained and prepped, and it's incredible. It's a credit to all the teams that work on it, the extras, you name it. My big glaring issue is, I totally believe in the DCU that Harley Quinn, somewhere out there, for some reason, knows martial arts, mixed martial arts, and knows how to kick a man's ass that's 3 times her size because of the character that she portrays. Totally believe that. A singer? No. Which is Black Canary's part. She plays a singer, has these powers. She's never really used them, and it really sort of takes it out of her to use them. But apparently she can also, and she also knows mixed martial arts and can take on men 3 to 4 times her size. And the cop, again, I know a cop's going to know some moves.
Yeah.
But also knows mixed martial arts and can take out men 4 to 5. It's not a problem until it's massively, like, you just, it really makes it keenly aware.
There's no consequences.
Like, there's a part where Harley Quinn has to break out, because of the storyline, it gets to a point where she has to break someone out of a jail cell.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get too into it, but basically, an act, it doesn't go according to plan, which is obviously, this is the way it was going to go, and all the jail cells come out, so you got these, feasts, people in for like assault and stuff like that, like not like terrible people, but people that are still in jail and a real CD, and they fall on this one at a time mentality. So there's like 16 guys, but they all only fight Harley Quinn. They're very nice and polite to only run at her one at a time. And they tried to use camera angles and trickery to get around that, but that's exactly what it is. And not only that, again, they're all like 4 times the size. And again, I'll accept that it's Harley Quinn and it's the one at a time thing. But you know what? It's fine. Like, I've seen so many films, I accept it. But it's sort of like, towards the end of the film, the big set piece, the big action piece, and this is a big thing for me. This I've one of the first things I said to you when I come out, man. The first wave of goons that are sent in the last set piece, it's all of Black Mask's goons that he can get against Harley Quinn and what will become the birds of prey for 4 women and 1 kid. And it's the kid they're after, and all these 4 women are protecting this kid. First wave all come in, I think there's about 4 guys with guns. They get dispatched with a gun, a crossbow, crossbow being used to stab one guy, and a smack with a mallet that nearly knocked that guy into the MCU universe. It was incredible. But the second wave, they forgot to take the guns in. At one point in the shot, a guy has a stop sign. At one point, there's a guy who's carrying a samurai sword, which is like, oh, okay. and then 4 guys jump by the side of him with the practice wooden samurai swords that you use in the dojo, and it's like, did you not get the memo, guys? like, I accept him having a samurai sword. Maybe that's his thing, like he's a samurai assassin. Yeah. But you've just got wooden sticks, man, when you could buy a pistol for like $100 in this country. Like, what the absolute ever-living... And it's just, man. It's just like, what? Hold on a minute. These 40-some-odd guys that they know that they're being paid to kill somebody today. Yeah. Like, that's why they're there. Came with sticks and a hammer. Like, huh? And that for me, it broke my immersion. Really sucked me out of the film. Like, I was enjoying the film. I was in there. The fourth wall break didn't bother me. I was like, yeah, man, this is cool. But that for me really kicked me back into my seat in the cinema. It made me really aware I'm watching a film. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? This is clearly a very... And in it was incredible choreography. And again, like the set piece itself, it's incredibly intense. And it looks like some real big hits, man. It looks like some shit. Some certain circumstances that was really hurt. But it really knocks you back out of the film for me. Really takes you back that it's like, you've just shown me a bunch of guys going there with machine guns. Why are you now showing me a guy with a stop sign? Like, what? It just made no sense.
One thing I think we haven't spoke about yet is another point I was thinking of the other day. It's Huntress or Arrow Lady. They keep
Huntress, yeah.
Why has she got this backside story about her getting revenge?
Dude, it ain't even a B plot. It's a C plot. It's in the film.
Where was the need for that plot? Do you know what I mean? What were they trying to achieve with that extra plot to time with the? I just didn't. Didn't want it.
It was to get her there.
Didn't need it
because she's a bird of prey.
Because the film is about Harley Quinn.
Well, you see, here's the thing. It's supposed to be about the birds of prey and Harley Quinn. Mm-hmm. This is a Harley Quinn film, through and through. All right, yeah, the birds of prey appear in it and they do some pretty cool stuff. But I'm sorry, it is a birds of prey. It's a Harley Quinn film first and second. The A and B plot is Harley Quinn. And this is why I struggle because, dude, it's a beautifully shot film, man. Like, it really is. And they even have cutback scenes with Suicide Squad for Harley Quinn, which was incredible. And I thought, I'm really glad they used that. When she blows up the chemical factory, it cuts back to her.
And she falls into
it and turning into, you know what I mean? It just sort of, and last thing I would say, would it have killed anybody to throw out in the writer's room? Do you know how this is happening in Gotham? And Batman, Bruce Wayne, lives in Gotham and roams the streets. Is it worth us putting like a news clip in the background somewhere, just off on the side, with a banner that reads Bruce Wayne in the Arctic Circle for so and so research this week? You know what I mean? Or
valid point, man.
Because at the start of the film, it's all low. It's all low key, man. She's in the criminal element. You know what I mean? Which, as good as Batman is, even how they've set it up with the Suicide Squad and stuff like that. You know, she's in the thick underworld of the criminal element. So getting to her or getting to anyone in that thickness would be like, guns blazing, suicide. But when she blows up the chemical plant, you're telling me the Dark Knight, the vigilante himself, just sort of doesn't think that's worth investigating? Plus, like, I'm not going to say he doesn't notice things, because maybe he's chasing the lead down to do with the Joker or Black Mask, maybe whoever, Penguin, the Riddler, like, I don't know, Bane. You don't know. Maybe he's chasing something down. But when the chemical plant gets exploded, that would make any investigator with what they're looking at go, ooh, I need to stick a pin in that, because this has just happened. Yeah. And so would it have just killed them to be a bit clever and just go, what we'll do is like the bit where she goes in through the police and she's raiding the police station. We'll just have like in one of the TVs a big banner that like a new, just a news report. Don't have to have Bruce Wayne on there, like, you know what I mean? Just a news report saying, just, you can't even hear the audible. It's just and then abandon it, Bruce Wayne at Arctic Circle for research station, or to save the polar ice caps. You know what I mean? Which is in character with who Bruce Wayne is, and stuff like that. So that, that's why he's not in Gotham, because he's off doing the Bruce Wayne thing that it kind of needs to be seen to be done. And that's why Batman isn't about, and that's why she gets away with blowing up a massive chemical plant, which also the film just sweeps by the environmental consequences of blowing up a chemical plant. The fact that apparently no one at this chemical plant works at night, and no one died, no security died, there's no bodies. This massive explosion in a city. There's no casualties. There's no accidental, the fire went onto another house block. So it's just massive plant blows up in a huge explosion. Oh my God, Harley Quinn's just sent a message. No one's going, we need a fire department to go here. This needs to happen. Everyone's just going, oh, well, looks like Harley Quinn and the Joker have broke up. Someone needs to look at that. What? Well, I'm sorry, again.
Breathe, man.
It annoyed me because the film has great moments that I'm really, I'm there with it, man. I'm jamming. I'm like, yeah, great DC film. This is really going well. And then it just does these things that completely slap me back out of the immersion. Mm-hmm. And it's like...
And you're telling me Harley Quinn isn't on one of Batman's radar anyway. So as soon as he finds out, she's not tied to the Joker anymore, okay, I'm going to pay her a visit. Do you know what I mean?
Mate, that's what I'm saying. And it just feels like in the writer's room... Because, I don't know how these films are made. What I mean? I can't... We're just two guys who enjoy watching films. We don't know the process. It just feels like when you're on set... I mean, I've done some drama back in the day, you know what I mean. And when you're getting something from script to something on stage, as a individual, I mean, this is just amateur stuff I'm talking about. You are very keenly just wanting to portray the part that you are playing, just as convincingly as possible. So as an actor, or as even as amateur, you're not always thinking about plot. Thinking about, you're just so concerned on, portraying your character into it making sense why a person would do the things that the script says that this person does. That you're sort of just, you're dedicated to making sense of that character for the audience, making them truly believe this is a three-dimensional character you're portraying, and it makes sense that he does A, B, and C throughout this play that you're watching, or, this film that you're watching. So, I don't know. But did no one on set and did no one in the writer's room when this thing got slapped on a desk think ooh, there's some plot holes here that we might just want to write a little section out just because it wouldn't have took much. It wouldn't have took much, man. Yeah. Instead of blowing the plant up, it could have been something as simple as, I don't know. It could have been anything. It could have been painting a big F.U. Joker on a billboard or something like that. Love Harley Quinn. It could have been something like, it could have been or Joker's biggest rival. She goes and kisses him, sleeps with him. Something that the underground would talk about and be like, oh crap, that means you know what I mean. But that was just no one, and we're just gonna breeze past this. We're just gonna breeze past this massive, huge destruction. This thing that when it happens in real life takes up the news for 3 weeks. We're just gonna, like it's nothing. It happens all the time. Oh, last week a hospital blew up and got it rebuilt. It's all
well.
So again, this is what I'm going to say. To round it off, to encapsulate, ladies and gentlemen, if you've got the time, watch the film. It's a great film for a bit of time to kill. What can I do? If you're looking for something that's genuinely well thought out, a good watch, and something you'd like to talk to someone about, and say I watched this film on the weekend, this was really good, you should go and watch it so we can talk about it. It's not that. So if you've got it is a throwaway film in my opinion. It's a film you can watch, forget about it, on to the next one. It's not a pivotal thing, which is unfortunate because Harley Quinn is such a pivotal character. No film about her should ever be. Just watch it, move on to the next one. So for me, disappointed, could have done better, but I'd still say if you got if you got a couple of hours free, watch a film, man, because it has its entertaining moments.
I've got different opinions.
That's my opinion. How would you?
I'd round it off as if you just wanted to watch a fun film whereby you don't need particularly to know who the characters are in depth. A lot of people already know who Harley Quinn is anyway, particularly because of Suicide Squad, for those who've watched it. But you don't need to know particularly who all the Birds of Prey characters are. You can just sort of have a fun watch with this film without expecting it to tie into different universes and, set up new films and this, that, other. You can just watch it and think, yeah, there was some funny moments in there. But I agree with it's not something that I'll be picking out every other weekend to think, oh yeah, I'll put that on because I really like that. So, yeah, that's my rounded opinion on it.
Yeah. So for me, God damn it, Warner Brothers, really wanted to like this film. Yeah. For me, unfortunately, this is like a 2 out of 5. For me,
I'll agree with you on that. I'll agree with you.
But it's a damn shame because I'm a massive DC fan. In the sense of, I'm rooting for it, man. Like, you know what I mean? I'm rooting for him. I have no consequence. Like, I'm not one of these people that's like, it's DC or Marvel. Like, I want to see both of these films have franchises that span like Marvel has done. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm just such a fan of all these comic characters.
Who knows where they expected it to go?
So, well, this is the thing now. We've got to a point now with MC films, because we're going off topic, so I'll quickly say we've got to a point now with the MCU where it's like, I feel like this is someone taking me on a journey. This is a vision that's been well thought out, and I'm along the ride for it. I feel the DC, they're just throwing feces at the wall to see what sticks.
Here's a question for you based on Harlequin, Birds of Prey, Black Canary. Would you watch a standalone film or series with that actor?
Yeah. I will say this,
and used for her currently.
I'm glad you said that, because this is something I said to you that I thought would be awesome. Like, it would just be so gutsy if Warner Brother did this, because obviously we've got a new Batman that's in the works, that they're sort of tying in more to do with Joker, with Joaquin Phoenix, more than it is anything else.
Yeah,
I would have loved it if they'd have got Jared Leto back. They would have talked with Batflick.
Yeah, Ben Affleck. Yeah,
and just said, we're going to do 2. We're going to have the dark and gritty Batman and DC universe with Joaquin Phoenix's Joker and this new Batman that we're doing, the Matt Reeves project. And we're going to do the campy, more light-toned Justice League, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Suicide Squad. We're just gonna be, we're gonna make a bold move, and we're just gonna have 2 concurrently running projects. Yeah. Because if you want to do something Marvel isn't doing, they're not doing that at the moment.
Nope.
And if you want to do something that almost excuses you for the bad films that you've made, it gives you a little leeway. That would I'd be okay. I'd be totally fine with Justice League as a film if I knew there was another universe that's more gritty and darker that's gonna deliver me a Justice League that's gonna be proper. If knowing that, well, this Justice League is just a fun, campy sort of like an homage to the '60s Batman.
I think DC is still trying to find their niche.
And no, I think DC is trying to compete with Disney Marvel.
That's what I mean.
That's my problem.
Still trying to find their niche.
Stop trying to compete. Film. Just focus on making good content, storied films. Yeah. And if it happens to do with a big character that you're licensed with, like a DC character, then fantastic. But don't compete, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not. I understand for money reasons that's how it works, but you're not doing it. Like it's not working.
Man.
You know what I mean? At this point, it feels like an amateur that keeps trying to go for pro boxing and just keeps getting knocked out, but he just keeps trying to go back.
What's worrying a little bit is that DC have done so well so far on the sideline series with like the Flash, Arrow, but who's about to attempt that with Disney?
Mate, got a whole channel dedicated for it.
I really don't want Marvel to like. Of course, I want Marvel to come in and ace that because we want to watch it, but I'll be gutted because it will like that's
it'll
all
kill.
DC's got going for it at the minute, man.
Kill it. It'll kill it dead. Kill it dead, mate. It'll kill it dead.
It's got that.
I'm telling you, I have through various means, I have seen the Jon Favreau Star Wars
Mandalorian. Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's incredible, man.
So I'm sorry, they'll kill it dead.
Yeah.
But guys, that's me for Birds of Prey. 2 out of 5. But you know, if you got spare time, please watch it. And thank you very much once again for the Trailer View Boys.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow. See you on the next one.